All right, today's Edpuzzle video is going to talk about financial literacy and simple interests. Okay, so how can percent help you understand situations involving money? Oh yeah, money is important, right? It's not everything, but it is important in this life, so keep that in mind. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about all the things that we're going to talk about. Here, I'll start with an example. Miss Martinez is investing $400 into a savings account at a simple interest rate of 2% to purchase a laptop computer. So she basically is trying to put away money, and as she puts away money, it's going to earn. They're going to pay her to leave the money in the bank, and she's trying to save some money to buy a computer later. She plans to save for 18 months. Okay, so she'll buy it later on. So here's how this works. We need to know the principal is $400. That's what she starts with. The rate is 2%, and the time is actually 1.5 years. How did I get that 1.5? Well, 18 months out of 12 months reduces to 1.5 years. And that's important, little key concept to understand how to convert those things. All right, so let's talk about what these words mean. Principal is the initial amount of money deposited or borrowed. That's the beginning amount. So in this example above, was that $400? That's what she started off with, right? So that's the initial. You either deposit or you borrow. That's the first money that you borrow or deposit. Simple interest is the amount earned for the use of money. So I don't know if you realize this, but when you leave money at a bank, they go and take your money and go invest it and go make money off of it. So they'll pay you to leave money at the bank because they get to use your money. All right. So here's an important little formula for you to know. Okay. So I stands for interest. P stands for principal. R is for rate, and T is for time. Sorry, got little sniffles going on here. So go ahead and take a moment and copy that down into your notes. While you're at it, the key word for this week is purple. Shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway, moving on, keyword purple. Okay, let's take a look at some more examples. Here's a key concept. This whole thing that you just wrote down, let's explain it. The key concept of simple interest formula. The simple interest I is the product of the principal, so you multiply the principal, the annual interest rate, R, and the time expressed in years, T. So that's what you already wrote, but interest is equal to principal times rate times time. Times in years, rates is a decimal, and principal is just whatever you started with. So let's do an example. Aaron puts $480 into a savings account, and the account pays 3% simple interest. Way to go, Aaron, saving his money. All right, so how much will he earn in 5 years? Oh, man. So by the time he leaves high school, how much money will he have earned? Well, okay, so here we go. I don't know, but I know my principal's $480, color-coded for you. Rate is 3%, and 5 years is 5 years. All right, so I just crunch the numbers and I multiply and I find out $72. So he's going to earn $72 for leaving his money, $480, into the bank at a simple interest of 3% for 5 years. So basically, don't touch it for 5 years and you get an extra $72 for just leaving your money in there. Hey, beats putting it underneath the mattress, let me tell you that. All right, so how much is he going to earn in 6 months? Whoa. He wants to pull out his money in 6 months? This guy, sheesh. All right, let's find out. Well, look, really important to know that 6 months is only half a year, 0.5 years. 6 divided by 12 gives you 0.5. That's how I come up with that. All right, so now my new numbers are a little bit different. 480, still 480. 3%, still 3%. But the 5 years turns into 0.5 because that's 6 months. Crunch those numbers and, Aaron's only going to get $7.20 for keeping it 6 months. Now to the end of the year. Oh, man. $7.20. Well, whatever. So big time. Notice that we had to calculate the time in months. That's a big one, okay? That's going to mess some people up. All right, so let's go do another one. If you borrow money, did you know, like interest on loans and credit cards? So like a Visa card, any kind of credit card or a loan. If you borrow money or use a credit card, you have an unpaid balance, and you have an unpaid balance at the end of the month. You must pay interest to the bank for using that money. So the bank's going to say, yeah, no problem, use the credit card. But if you owe me money by the end of the month and you don't pay it back like you promised, I'm going to charge you. Okay, so that's how the life works. So Robin plans to buy a car in a few years. She's not ready to drive yet, but she wants to buy a new car or a used car or whatever. She's going to buy a car, and she needs to borrow $6,800 from the bank. Wow. Okay. So she's trying to figure out the numbers right now. If the interest rate is 6% a year, okay, and she plans to pay the bank in 2 years, so she borrows this money, they're going to charge her 6%. How much is she going to end up paying after 2 years? All right, so the same goes true. 6,800 is the principal, 6% is the rate, and 2 is the number of years. You multiply, you find out that $816. Robin will owe the bank $816 more. She still's got to pay the $6,800, but on top of that, an additional $816 if she pays it back the amount in 2 years. Okay, so that's how it works on the reverse side. The first example is making money. This time you're owing some money, so watch out. And that brings us to our last example. So fast forward through a couple years, a number of years, and Emily's about to enter college, and she received her first credit card, right? She's 18. She's all pumped. Yeah, I got a credit card. She decides to buy some new books. Oh, way to go. Some new clothes. That's supposed to be a skirt. I don't know. Looks like a towel now. And some new gifts for friends. Oh, what a nice person she is. Well, let's find out. She ends up charging $900 on the card. Whoa, you say that's a lot. Well, most of that probably went to books, but probably there's some more over there. The interest rate on the card is 22%. Oh my gosh, welcome to reality. If she has no other charges on the card and does not make a payment within the month, how much interest is she going to pay after just 1 month? Whoa, okay, let's see. She borrows, she uses $900, she doesn't pay it back at the end of the month. 22%, how much is she going to owe after a month? Well, let's take a look. The big thing is here, look, this 1 month is 1 out of 12, which in your calculator will show you 0.83 repeating. So we'll just say 0.83. All right, so $900 times 22% times 0.83 gives you $164.34. Emily will owe not only the $900 that she still owes for the credit card, but an additional $164.34, equaling $1,064.34 in total. That's just after 1 month, ladies and gentlemen. This is how credit card companies make a lot of money. They bank on you. They're just counting on you not paying your money back right away, and they're just going to charge you until you pay it back. So watch out for that. That's a little reality check right there. So thanks, Emily, for allowing us to learn from you. All right, that's it for the notes today. That is on simple interest and financial literacy.